These people are deranged. These people are no different than the Manson family in that they are in a cult.
Yeah.
They're locked into this ideology. It's not as bad as the Manson family, but it's clearly a cult. It's an ideological cult where you're not willing to go against any of the doctrines of the cult. Hollywood's debate watch party with Rob Reiner. Jane Fonda ended in shouts and tears. That should have been fuck keeping up with the Kardashians. That should be the fucking the real
and that's what you
reality
get.
show.
And I say good for you. That's what you get for fucking lying. They've all lied. You know, I think the media took just as big a hit as Joe Biden did that night.
Yes.
Because now, I mean, just a few weeks ago, there's that Joe Scarborough, that mental case on Morning Joe on MSNBC, and he was saying, let me tell you something, and if you don't believe it, F you. He says this on 6 in the morning. This is what he's telling his audience. F you. This is the best version of Joe Biden I've ever seen. He saw that clip, right? This is the best version. And then
let's play it because it's amazing.
It is amazing.
Wasn't he a Republican at one point in time?
And they say that Trump is the liar. It's like they are right now in the middle of telling the biggest lie it's ever been told in politics. This is bigger than FDR can walk. This is bigger than that.
I think what happens is you get locked into a cult. And then I think also you get invited to things with important people. And that 100% will shape the way you talk about stuff. If you get invited to a dinner with Bill Gates and you know some very important people, when their name comes up, you're going to defend them.
Well, Barack Obama talked about how just being in the room with the donor class changes you. Just being in the room with them. And Chris Hayes wrote a book called The Twilight of the Elite about how that happens. And then he became the thing he wrote about. It's fucking unbelievable.
Start your tape right now, because I'm about to tell you the truth. And F you if you can't handle the truth.
At 6 in the morning. At 6 in the morning. F you.
This version of Biden, intellectually, analytically, is the best Biden ever. Not a close second. I've known him
Not
for
a close
years.
second.
The Brzezinskis have known him for 50 years.
And we're all
If it weren't
fucking
the
liars.
truth, I wouldn't say it.
And these people say that Trump's a liar. That's I mean, Trump's a huge bullshitter for sure, but
we're in a Coen Brothers movie.
This is unbelievable. And so, can you imagine the people? I don't know how many people watch that show, but
45 people.
Can you imagine still tuning in after that?
Yes. I would fucking wake and bake and let's go. Tell me about the world, Joe.
Well, I used to watch.
After the debate, he does this 180, and there's all these videos that show him before and after. So the greatest 180 turnaround of all time.
So if you go to the one up there with the black and white Joe, and then that's
the one.
Show that. It's only 30 seconds.
But I undersold him when I said he was cogent. He's far beyond cogent. In fact, I think he's better than he's ever been. This is a battle for the future of American democracy. And now is a good time. In June, thank God, in June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task. I think he's better than he's ever been. This is a battle for the future of American democracy. And now is a good time. In June, thank God. In June, and not October, in June, this is the last chance for Democrats to decide whether this man we've known and loved for a very long time is up to the task.
So that's just a matter of weeks in between those two Joes.
Yeah.
F you. And I wouldn't say it if it wasn't the truth. Okay, now we can, thank God we can replace them. Well, I have a theory about this, by the way.
Okay.
So they've never done presidential debates this early in the election season before, right? And so my theory is that his own team sabotaged him. They knew this, so they wanted to get Joe Biden through the primary because now all the delegates are beholden to Joe Biden, means they're beholden to the Democratic Party donor class, right?
Yeah.
So there isn't no 50% Bernie Sanders delegates out there, right? They're not going to have any trouble getting them to all coalesce at the convention and pick a new person. So they wanted to get Joe Biden to go through, and then as soon as he got through the thing, they're like, oh, let's have a debate. And then they knew he would look like this, so then they can have enough time to get rid of him. That seems pretty plausible that that's what's going to happen. And guess what's going to happen now? So they're going to have a person at the top of the ticket who nobody voted for, because they're going to choose them at the convention, and nobody voted for this person, and they're saying democracy's on the ballot. That's the irony.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.